Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Cincinnati. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You can tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now, faking the give. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's a first carry for their running back. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going for it all. And this will be incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a give up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Slot receiver headed right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll look deep, left sideline.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Receiver in motion, going right. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Taken down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 35. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
They send him right out of the slot. They'll run it on the inside handoff. There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll be taken down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Here comes 3rd and 6. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
A handoff here, up the middle, and nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Slot man in motion right. The drive will start on the ground. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Embarrassing us. Way to blow it. Now. 65-6.
give on the ground. He's got room at the 30. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Bengals are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They motion a receiver right. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And they are finally going to get him down at the Bengals' 34-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And Another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. Up the middle they go. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with him again. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Bengals have got him. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number two kicks off. The return starts from the 5. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. They'll look to throw here on first down. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On second down, they'll run. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
That's quickly to Freiermuth on the RPO. And he will get into the end zone. Pat Freiermuth, touchdown Pittsburgh.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. He'll try the right side this time. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now a run on 1st down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Back to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Motion man set right. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. They'll wind up getting the yards they need on 4th and 3.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll get this out wide. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He'll look to throw. To the right side here, passes caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right, and he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bengals have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Right side, it's LaPorta, the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Throwing now from the gun. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Bengals. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. He's to midfield. Inside the 20. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick two if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Whoa! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That's caught! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded and complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll run. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Steelers. The kicking team off for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will cut the deficit to 7. So, 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning available, yet they'll go with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Now a handoff running right. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And not just any touchdown, but, Greg, that is the first touchdown reception of his NFL career.
And Mike, doesn't it just seem like over the last couple of years, these class of rookie receivers, they make such an immediate impact, and maybe at some other positions there's some growing pains and maybe a little bit of slower development. But there's something about this wide receiver position. They're young, they're talented, and they've made their presence felt.
Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 2. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Grant. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. He'll wind up getting the yards they need on 4th and 3. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now they'll set up to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this. They're going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
So here it is, 4th down and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. They pick up 27 and convert on 4th down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Back to the air one more time. Thrown left side. The catch is made. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
This one caught at the 4. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The extra point is up and through. And the Steelers will cut the deficit to 7. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.